for the two of you guys, I'm sure being involved in these movies, every day on set was cool, and you're learning something, and you're getting to work with these really cool people. But when you think back on it, what day do you remember the most? Like, what's that one day that you will never, ever forget?
Oh my gosh. Well, there's a day on the first movie when I did stunts for the first time. It was amazing. It was so much fun. I was like hooked up to this, I don't even know what it's called, kind of like a bungee cord thing, right? You see Megasonic's face as she's like detonating, and that's what it was for. And that was sick. It was amazing, and I was so excited. And the second one, honestly, was just the day that I showed up and realized, wow, we got a lot more money this time.
That's what I said!
Right. That's exactly. This is serious now.
We had a real movie premiere this time too. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, we have a premiere! We're not in like a little back theater this time!
Yeah.
No, it's Brad!
That's
We're going to get into that thing in a second, but...
Yeah, one of the funnest memories was definitely putting on the entire outfit with the hair piece and everything, and looking in the mirror for the first time, and just embracing that energy and that feeling. That's something that was really special. But when I went to Canada for a fitting, I went and said hi to David Leitch, the director, and said hi to Ryan. And they were filming the prison scene at the time. So I walked through the prison and I met Ryan when he looked like, you know, Deadpool when he was all...
Pizza face.
Yeah, pizza faced. And that's the first time that I ever met Ryan, and that was kind of a surreal experience. It's kind of like you're there in the mix, and he was like, yeah, he was just talking to me like completely normal. I'm like, you're pizza face.
Really? Because when I met him, I was like, I love you.
Yes, well that too. I felt that too.
I mean,
His dreamy eyes.
Like, I love you, and he's like, yeah, we can get on that.
I want to go back in time to before Deadpool came out. It's a few days before. The movie's tracking for like 35, 40 million. Do you remember, what was the number that Fox dreamt they could hit that opening weekend before it opened?
Okay, I can tell you, Tim Miller will go on record. I think he said it publicly, but he would tell me repeatedly, Rob, if we just open at 50, that'll be great. Okay, so I missed, you guys did all that bridge stuff. How long were you on that bridge in the first movie? Like, because they shut it down for 2 weeks.
Yeah, very long time. I think the whole.
It was funny. You finally, when I flew in, I did the week before they did all the bar stuff where Wade meets Vanessa, and I was there for that week. And I was watching dailies, and I'm sitting with the writers and the producers, and we're in the tent, and I go, this movie's gonna make $65 million this opening weekend, because I'm kind of excited. And I had not been on a movie set where you would predict the grosses before. I mean, I got snapped, shut up, Liefeld, don't jinx us, shut up, Liefeld, don't do, and I'm like, no, my comps are 10, the dirty 10, only the first 10, not the second 10, that doesn't exist. The first 10, with the dirty talking teddy bear. I'm like, it's kind of similar, trash talking hero, and I shut up, Liefeld, and I'm like, okay, I won't say what I think anymore, but Tim would tell me 50 million, he'd be happy. So I was wrong, and he was wrong, and thank you.
Here's my question though, and this is for the two of you for the first movie. What the hell is it like on that Friday afternoon? Because the Thursday night previews were crazy. Then Friday afternoon, they start realizing, like, because it's tracking like that is never that wrong. You know, usually, like, if they predict 40 or 50, like, the high would be 70. You know, but not 100 and something. That's way off. So my question is, what the hell was your phones like on that Friday afternoon as the grosses started coming in?
Yeah, they were pretty crazy. Mostly it just was my family. Mostly my dad sending me links like, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? Because it's amazing. And I was like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was honestly a surreal moment. It's strange, like when you make something with a group of people and then you just kind of have to wait it out and see what happens, you know? And yeah, it was super surreal. Like for a while I was like, you're lying. That's not okay.
Look, the thing with both Deadpool movies is both opening weekends, and this is really hard to do in the business, both opening weekends of Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2 made more than their budget. That's very hard to do. So, you know, to have a $56 million movie open to 135, wow! But even this one opened much bigger than its budget. And so, look, here's the deal. I never underestimated any of you because I've known you my whole life. I know how awesome you are. And I told Fox that would show up for this movie. Tom Rothman, my good friend, who I'm never making a movie in Sony, by the way. He's sure of it. at Sicario, he walked right by me and like, Tom loves me. So the thing is, I'm a comic book guy. I'm invincible to movies. I'll just go back and draw comics, right? That's what I do. So anyway, so I give you a little whippy here. And this is gonna go online, and I'm gonna get a lot of trouble, but it's Tom Rothman. So I'll say that one more time. Tom Rothman, why didn't you make Deadpool? Dude, for 4 years, all you do is hit the button. And I told you, hit the button. This movie's gonna work. They hit it, it worked.
And I think it was Jim Giannopoulos that greenlit it.
Yes.
Or am I wrong?
New guy.
Yeah.
He's a happy Greek man at Paramount now.
Yeah,
doing
totally.
very well.
Oh. Let's jump into, for the two of you, while you were making the films, who ruined the most takes and why? Where do you throw someone under the bus?
That's a good question. I mean, I can't even really say. I mean, a lot of the time on the Ryan, yeah, I was Ryan for sure, laughing at his own jokes. Okay, like you try keeping a straight face, bro. But I think also, especially on the first one, I think Tim actually ruined a lot of our shots because he would just laugh really loud and ruin the audio. But yeah, no, Ryan definitely ruined a lot of shots.
It's hard to keep a straight face around those guys. They're always coming up with new improv and new lines. It's really hard to keep a straight face. And Ryan would just pop the eye out randomly, and he'd just be leaking sweat underneath that suit. Just bright red like a tomato, and I'd just be like, that was funny.
For the three of you, what do you think would surprise people to learn about the making of a Deadpool movie? I mean, besides like the crazy long hours, which I don't think I've been on some sets, you guys obviously are professionals, but like the thing that I've always taken away is how long everything takes and the amount of hours. Besides those two things, what do you think would surprise people to learn about the making of a Deadpool film? Maybe that's the thing.
I don't know necessarily about the making of the film. I think a lot of things about the film industry people don't know and would be surprised to learn, I guess. But it's basically just the culture of filming movies, I guess. A fun fact, I guess, is that a lot of people ask me what it was like to shave my head for the first film. I actually auditioned with a shaved head because I just liked my head shaved, and then I didn't have any hair, so I couldn't do anything about it. And yeah, I guess that's all I can really think of.
Yeah, it was crazy. You guys, I mean, Marvel fans are the best fans in the world, but Deadpool Marvel fans are like a whole nother planet, and so it's amazing. But the thing is, when we were filming, there was a lot of paparazzi, so they were trying to find out the secrets of the film and trying to snoop on everybody. So they would set up areas where we were shooting, but we weren't really filming there. We were filming down the street in a different area, like a decoy. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I've never seen a film do that before, so they would distract the paparazzi with fake Deadpool sets.
Yeah, I had people be like, "Oh yeah, I heard you guys were filming downtown," and I was like, "Really?"
Yeah, I wonder what those actors were saying. Like, what were they saying on the set? Like, were they performing, or did they have a fake script?
And Lewis, when you guys did your X-Force stuff, it was super duper top secret. They closed the set, and so I knew that Lewis and Shatterstar were in the movie because I just have friends. And so I was on the set for the second one, and the exec, who's a great guy, Jeremy, we're out having dinner, 11 o'clock at night, and I said, so he's never mentioned X-Force or Shatterstar to me, and I figure it's the end of the night, and I can get away with it, and I go, so when are you going to tell me about Shatterstar? His spoon drops in his soup. Excuse me? Well, I'm in Canada. I'm on the set of a Deadpool movie. So I figured it's safe. I can say it. Rob, what did you just ask me? I said, I wanted to talk about Shatterstar. I cannot discuss this with you. You know, I tell you whatever I can. I cannot discuss it. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I won't mention it again, Shatterstar. But like, I was like, wow, this is like, I may have been in the wrong place at the right time and seen a shot of Lewis, like, that they pinned on a button on a board that they forgot to strike when I was there. But yeah, I know that it was super duper secret, like the entire X-Force campaign. And so one day, Fox released a picture of X-Force in the copter, you know, Lewis, all of them, Shatterstar, and I'm like, oh, you can show it now! And so, of course, I hit my retweet as fast, and then I get a call from Fox 20 minutes later, you should take that down. It's from you guys. That's the overseas department, and they weren't supposed to put that out, and we need you to take that down. I'm like, stricken right now. I want to go to that premiere. Stricken right now. Delete, delete. But it's like, and I'm like, okay, so when can we talk about Shatterstar? And then my kid calls me in, and there's a commercial for the NBA playoffs, and there's Lewis on TV going, I'm Shatterstar. I'm like, can someone tell me when we can talk about Shatterstar? Okay?
I did the same thing. I'm like, I literally just sent that on television to my agents. I'm like, is it okay now? They're like, well, we need to check. We need to check.
You're on the commercial saying Shatterstar. I'm like, can someone clear this for me? But it was, I mean, you were hyper secret. I know, super. I mean, drop the spoon in the soup. Like, if it was a movie, it would have been like a screech. I was like, everything froze. I was in trouble.
They did a really amazing job with keeping that secret. I was really surprised. When we would walk from the trailers to the set, we would wear these giant robes.
Secrecy clothes.
Yeah, like secrecy robes. We looked like, I don't know, like nomads or something. It's crazy. Me and big old Terry Crews, these huge hooded robes.
I think, listen, next year, at some point, they're making an X-Force movie. I think there's no cameras on and there's nobody here.
You guys see an X-Force movie?
So
Ron Rothman.
Right.
Go ahead.
So there's nobody here to listen to what you're going to say, so you can say anything. What do you know about the movie?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm at the dinner, the soup, the spoon dropped in the soup, still, I don't go there. People are recording this stuff. I can say Tom Rothman.
I saw Drew, the director,
Yeah,
recently.
you saw him.
And I will say that, I don't know how much I can say, but I will say that the script is not done yet. I know that for certain, and I can say this publicly, it's not done. Because he's focused on the movie, he has a movie coming out in October, and that needs to finish. And then it's all X-Force. So, that's what I have.